we are all gathered here to become whole. This is how I see this journey, and you're all, I'm sure, already doing your journey towards wholeness. And today's topic, we will see if there is a room to or a space to deepen this journey even more. So, friends, when I speak about this transmutation of energy, before we go into this topic, I have a quick question for all of you. Can you give me an alternative word for the word sex, sex? Can you give me like a word that closely resonates with you, which can replace the word sex? And can you just type it? Pleasure, okay. Divine, intimacy, excitement, yes. Imagine that there is a group of people like us. We are discussing about this matter, but on the board outside somebody is reading all this word: pleasure, divine, intimacy, excitement. What do you think this person will think? What are we talking about? What are we discussing? Yeah, is it something like sex? Because sex is like a loaded word, I know, and we all know it actually carries a charge for all of us, isn't it? When we are understanding this word to the core, what is this word telling us? So first we have to forget the taboos around it that we carry, even not consciously but subconsciously. I really appreciate for everyone who is there in this session today, because to come for a session of a taboo subject, that already requires courage, and somewhere I can see that strength in all of you. So you are like already you are aware of this, isn't it? Whatever the session today, whatever I'll be talking, I would like you to listen to it, not from the mind. Put a ear here in the heart. Like put a ear here and listen from there, right? Because already there is, so many things attached to this subject, and there is a good chance we get triggered, whenever we are working with this, right? And I see all women here in this group. Is it a women's group, Deepti, or okay? But I think whenever I do these sessions, I mean 80% even of my audience has always been women, because women are educators. Women have the power, and even being in a man body, I can tell you that women are more powerful in sex than men. They have more stronger energy, and they can really take a lead to direct this energy, right? So good, all women's are here, because you need to educate your men, your sons, and even the society needs women who are strong with this subject, who are clear with this subject. There's no shame, no guilt about. Why to hold shame and guilt about something which we are born from? That's the source we come from. When we are putting like a shame and a guilt from the source where we are coming, so you see this like the traces are there in whatever we are doing. That's the reason I called sexual energy as a life force energy. Life force. So I have replaced the word sex with life force, right? So a little introduction about myself, if you allow me. Many friends don't know me. I am Aditya Datta from Hyderabad. And friends, I was born with a gender identity dysphoria, so to call. I was confused about my gender identity. And that led me to a lot of suppression. My creativity, my expression was suppressed because of that. And I was going through this roller coaster of emotion, getting rejected. Nobody could understand me. My parents, society, nobody, So it was very tough time, and somehow I was able to focus my attention on my studies. I got like a bachelor's degree in computer science, and then I got like an IT job, regular IT job, earning well. But I was so empty inside, because I was not able to express myself. I was not able to connect. Everything it was like a suppression for me, and I was questioning what has happened to my, is this the kind of life that I'm looking for? And that was the question I asked myself: who am I? Is okay, man, women, what are they? Are these the external identities, like men have beard and women don't have beard, and they behave in a certain way and they don't behave? So what is it? So that's the journey for me to ask, who am I? Who am I really? Right? And this journey led me into the spiritual search. It took me deeper to understand not only my gender and sexuality, but even more deeper. And what I learned is, we are more than our body, our gender, even the limited perception that we carry, like sexual beings. We are more than sexual beings. We are beings, but we are more than that. So this journey led me to wonderful mentors. I met my mentor, Dr. Newton, in 2008. After that, there's no looking back, friends. So many mentors and masters I met. And there's the first master, Dr. Newton, he told me, follow your heart, Aditya. Follow your heart. Because I was so confused with gender, sexuality. What am I going to do with my life? Right? And that was the starting of meeting many amazing mentors, like even Mantak Chia, David Deda, the amazing mentors. Osho learning system. I was in the Pune ashram for a few years. I have spent there to understand this subject deeper. And what I learned, friend, is there's no two different or 10 different energies in our body. There's only one energy in the body. You can call it the Kundalini energy, or the prana, the chi, whatever you can call it. However the energy is flowing determines what it is. So for example, when the energy is flowing down through our genitals, then it is there to create a baby. We have just named it sexual energy, because if you know the chakras, I'm sure you all know the chakras, right? The second chakra is responsible for sexual energy. So when this energy is more dominant in the sexual chakra, it is called sexual energy, right? What happens when that same energy is in the throat? The singer can sing through it. Same energy. Now it becomes expressive, right? Expression. What happens when the energy is there in the heart? It becomes love, give and share. So you see, in the Muladhara, this energy is in quite a raw form. Then it becomes a little more finer. So people in the Muladhara, the very base of our chakra system, the first chakra is the Muladhara. It is very strong. The energy is very physical. So people who are in the Muladhara state, they just understand, oh, this is just like a sex and the physical things are there. That's it. That's their understanding. But then you keep moving higher, you evolve and you come to the Swadhisthana, and then sex becomes more than physical, it becomes emotional. So you see how you are transmuting it, right? It becomes more you are more connected to it, right? You are more better than the first stage, right? Then you can take it further up into the Manipura. When the energy is in the Manipura, it becomes strength, it becomes your identity, it becomes who you are. You need a strong presence. And we all know how to, if you see a tree, friends, we are going to use the example of tree a lot today. See a tree like I love banyan tree. I don't know what is your favorite trees. So, trees like ficus, neem, banyan, right? If you see, the more the taller the tree, the more the broader the branches. If you keep digging, you'll see the more the deeper the roots. And sometimes, friends, the diameter of the tree, whatever the diameter of the tree is, the roots diameter is sometimes 7 times more than the diameter of the tree. That means roots गहराई में जाती हैं, है ना? रूट्स गहराई में जितनी जाएंगी, पेड़ उतना ऊपर उगेगा. So why we are talking about it is, we all are very interested in spiritual work. I'm sure if you're in Soul Setu, you must be attending so many programs on spirituality, right? All are very evolved in the higher chakras, right? Aapka heart evolved hai, your throat is evolved, you're meditating, you're doing a lot of work that is outside, above the heart chakra. So you are all working on your branches and trees, but how many of you are really working on below the heart, below the navel? Do we also work on that, right? Maybe many of you are doing that, but my question is, not many of us do that, right? We don't much care about the lower body. We care about Facebook. Face. We just care about the face, the upper part of the body. We are all caring. How to इसको कैसे अच्छा बनाए और कैसे attractive बनाए और है ना. पर lower part, the secret मैं आपको बताने वाला हूँ. The secret is, friends, the more you take care of your temple. I call it the temple. Below the navel is a temple. The more you take care of your temple, the more you glow. You don't need any other cosmetic or anything to glow. You have a system inside you. That is what is sexual transmutation. Once you learn how to transmute your energy, you will know how to glow naturally from within, right? And all your chakras will be illuminated. So no chakra is more important than the other. Muladhara is as important as the Sahasrara. Why do we think Muladhara? अरे Muladhara में है. Muladhara. अरे Muladhara is also important. As Sahasrara, as Vishuddhi, as Anahata, right? So friends, we need to keep rising up the chakras. It's like evolving in love. It's called growing in love, rising in love. We have heard the term falling in love. जब किसी को किसी से प्यार हो जाता है, हम बोलते हैं falling in love. Fall in love. Yeah. But what is falling in love? Why can't we rise in love? Yes, we are having a body that is a magical body. We know that we are not just physical being. We are more than the physical being, friends. And a lot of our, why we are interested in these kind of session, because we understand how the subtle body is so important. The way you change your subtle body, your physical will change, your emotional will change, your mental will change. Right, friends? So friends, there are so many examples of it. Like it says, when Buddha got enlightened, there's a phrase, when Buddha got enlightened, he got sexual all over. When Buddha got enlightened, he got sexual all over. Isn't that beautiful? Doesn't mean that he got like in that sense that we understand sex, right? But what it said is that beautiful energy spread everywhere, not only to his entire body, but it spread miles. It says 10 miles radius. Wherever Buddha used to sit, 10 miles radius, his energy was there. So anybody who used to enter that zone, they would feel that deep silence, that deep meditation of Buddha. They will know Buddha is somewhere there, sitting, meditating. They would know by the energy of that field. Once you enter, it's called Buddha field. So his aura stretched. Yeah. So friends, so we're talking about Buddha, and many there's like, on the lighter note, I would like you to inform that more sex is about more money. There's a NBER, National Bureau of Economic Research. They have done an empirical study on people who have more money, like the top-notch people, and they have found that they are more sexual. So yes, you need to increase your magnetism to improve your finance, health. Nicole, there's a person. I think her name is Nicola Proze. She's an American neuroscientist, and all she is doing to cure her chronic patient is to help them transmute their sexual energy. No medication. She just tell her patient, look at your sexual energy. And friends, I'm telling you, if you are working with any mentor, any counselor, who's like, you will go, they will definitely ask you about your sexual life. How is that? Are you clear there? How is your relation where you are? Because that is also a very important area to what are things all about in your life. Right? So Nicola Proze, and then if you want to I gave you an example of spirituality with Buddha, right? So health, wealth, abundance, everything is connected with this sexual energy, right? And when I say when I say spiritual people, I see a spiritual people like a tree. We all need to have this remember the example of a tree. If we don't have deep roots, how can we grow? Right? So, for example, when I had like deep shame, I had shame about my body, about my gender, about my existence. I thought, it is nobody talks about it, and there's a problem only with me. Yeah. So I was so shameful. This shame and guilt suppressed that creative part of me, the part that is you want to express, the part that want to rejuvenate and dance and celebrate. That was missing in my life. I was such an introvert. Like 10 years back, sitting in a corner and never speak to people. I was never open. And I could never imagine that I'm going to talk about this subject to people one day. Like, I thought I'm just going to solve my life, solve my this problem, and I'll get married, have a good partner, enjoy my life, and just forget about all these things. I'm not interested. But what happened is, more I was healing myself, there was something inside me pushing myself that no, I have to share this with people. I have to speak about it. Right, friends? So if we are spiritual, if we want to evolve, whatever field we are in, and we are not including the sexual energy in it, then we are missing something very important. Right? So one of the book I'm going to suggest you can all read is Sex to Superconsciousness by the great master Osho. That's the first book that transformed me, and it's a must read for everyone should read the book. All of us need more energy, friends, isn't it? Who does not need energy here? More energy. If you're giving more energy, it's like saying, who does not need more money? Yeah. And also, friends, when we need more money, if we understand the value of money, so you're given, like, say, $1,000 you have been given. Okay, would you now just इधर उधर फेंकोगे आप $1,000? Like, you'll throw some $100 here and $200 there? Will you do that? You will not, because you want to use it properly. Hence is our sexual energy. People, I get so many kinds of queries about, oh, how about casual sex, Aditya, and how about this, that does it creates a karma? uh, it's just that simple example. Just think about it as an energy, as in money. Where do you want to invest it? Do you want to invest? There's two things you can do with money, right? आप उड़ा सकते हो या उसको invest कर सकते हो. Either you can invest it or you can just waste it, right? What do you want to do with your energy? What do you want to do with your life force? Where do you want to direct it? Pornography is 80% in the internet nowadays. 80% of the content in the internet is pornography, right? And it's, for men, I'm telling you, it's an epidemic now. Nobody knows about it, nobody talks about it. It's because you don't need any responsibility of that. It's like click of a mouse and you are in your comfort zone. You don't have to be telling, even if you're a man, I'm just saying, if you're a man, right? You don't have to tell your wife that you're doing that. Nobody knows that, because you have a phone, you have a laptop, and you're doing that. What it's doing is it's reprogramming your brain, because it gives you the kick, the dopamine kick, and all the time you're just having a craving for that kick all the time, right? And so it is destroying your nervous system. And when this man comes to his wife, he is no more that man. This wife knew him before, right? And of course, all kinds of performance are going to get affected by this thing. That was just an example, friends, but there are so many things that are related to this, right? Many women don't know about this. They never been, who has been educated, like we have studied biology, and we had like such a curiosity that day, oh, today we are going to study the reproductive system, all the friends, okay, that was just, we learned about, this is how the reproductive system looks like. Yes, even women watch porn. Yes, yes. It would affect the same way, isn't it? Isn't it? It's like a dopamine kick. And how see, the body has a capacity. That's the reason, again, sexual transmutation. How much sex can the body have? How much? It's going to end. You know? How much pleasure can we squeeze out of this body? How much dopamine is there? It's limited, friends. So, we have seen the pornography, all these BDSM. I'm not sure if you're aware of that. Like, BDSM is a sector in pornography where they use punishment and, reward for sexual activity. They play out, right? So much things are happening. But what is it for? For that dopamine kick. But how much can you squeeze that from your body? It's limited, isn't it? So it's fine. Physical sex is fine. I'm not against it. I'm not against pornography also. I am not against anything. It's just that where am I investing my energy? That's the question. It's just you have $1,000. It's up to you what you want to do with it. But remember, you have $1,000. You don't have more than that, friends. That is what we forget. We have given a certain wood and fire, and you have cold nights to see. It's up to you. You want to burn it all of them together in 1 hour and have a great fire, like a bonfire, and enjoy, and then the entire night is cold. Or do you want to burn little by little by little? That's the practices we had in the ancient India, like what we call tantra. When I say tantra, people get scared. Like, what is it? Like, because so much taboo is against around tantra. It's a very higher wisdom. Not everybody is probably ready for it, right? So tantra teaches ways where we can transmute the sexual energy and we can use it थोड़ा थोड़ा, like आग को जलाइए ऐसा कि आप उसको सेक सके, and it can give you that vitality. Like every morning when you rise, you spring out of your bed feeling great.